Hey there, it's Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the book Daily Love Growing into Grace, and welcome to Daily Love TV. So today I'm talking to you from Bali, here in Bali, and we do a writer's retreat and Enter the Heart personal growth retreat here every year. And this is such an incredible sacred environment. I really believe that the environment that we're in can really help mold us one way or another. One of the reasons why we come to Bali is because the community here is so incredible. The people here are so loving and so kind, and it's just a complete pattern interrupt from Los Angeles. I can tell you, the traffic here is pretty nuts when you're on a scooter. And, when you're in LA, you get close to someone, they get mad at you. You get kind of worried. Here it's like a whole different vibe, a whole different story. There's a lot more level of love and connection here. And one of the other things that's been really interesting here is that I've been here, the Daily Love is read by 98% women. It's a female-driven community. If you're watching this, you're probably either a girl or one of the good guys, right? But what's been interesting for me is that I've had a sense of brotherhood here. We've had Dylan who works with us here. My friend Adam Cobb from FYC, NYC has been here working us out every day. And also my new friend Mark, who's a former Marine. And we've really created a sense of brotherhood. And what's been so incredible for me about that is that, for the most part, I'm an only child growing up and never really had the sense of community of friends up until recently. And what's been so profound for me is that when I look back over my life and the friendships I've created, I've certainly had some good friends, but I've had a lot of friends I've brought into my life really because I felt lonely or because I wanted their approval. And so what I want to talk to you about today is really the community that you surround yourself with, right? Because if you want to look at how far in life you're going to go, look at the 5 people you spend time with, right? Who are you spending time with? What are their belief systems? What have they been able to achieve or create in the world? And do they see the real you? And what's been so incredible being here, being with Dylan and Mark and Adam every single morning, working out and having that brother time, is that we really see each other. There's a camaraderie there. And what's been amazing about that is that the reason why that really lacked in my life before now is because I wasn't really putting my real self out there. For many years in my life, I was trying to make other people happy, focusing on other people, which has a good intention. Obviously, that service intention is very powerful. But when we change ourselves to please other people, we do ourselves and the world a disservice because we're not putting our real self out there, right? And if we're not putting our real self out there, we're never really going to feel seen. We're never going to really feel heard. And on top of that, we're not really, since we don't put that out into the world, other people who are like-minded won't see us, and so they won't respond, right? And so we want to have that courage to put our real selves out there on the line so that the world can see that. And that can be terrifying, it can be scary. For the most part, many of us grew up, in a situation where mom and dad didn't really approve of who we really were. We had to fit some type of social construct of who they thought we had to be. And so this coming out, if you will, as your authentic self, as your real self, is a real personal growth process, and it takes a lot of time. But I'd just like to encourage you that, if you have some frustration in your life around your peer group, right, it's not a negative or bad thing to want to hang out with people who support you and who see you. And so I really want to encourage you to do that. Think about who you're spending time with. It's the holiday season is upon us. We're coming close to family. Think about who you're spending time with. Do they support you or not? Right? Do they elevate you? Do they bring out the best in you or not? And how could you start to really be more honest about who you are, what you really believe, and what could go out into the world from that place of who you really are? And ultimately, have it be okay to set boundaries with people who no longer really are on that wavelength with you. You're not better than them, they're not better than you, just on a different wavelength. And then the other thing to think about really is, where would I go if I was really being myself, right? What situations, what circumstances would I put myself in? Because what's interesting, whether it's a friend, a romantic partner, business partners, anyone who's on our wavelength, they're not just going to come along randomly. They're going to be where you're going. So if you can focus on putting your authentic self out there, which is usually scary, it's usually against what your family and current friends think you should do, but there's a deeper knowing from the heart, right? If you can put yourself on that track, you're going to be amazed at what life can bring you and ultimately feel that incredible sense of support and community from people who see the real you. And the reason why they see the real you is because you're showing your real, true, authentic self. So I really wish that for you, to be seen, to be heard. It's really what we're all looking for on a deeper level. So really, if you think about today, right, in the comments below, you might be over on Facebook or on YouTube watching this video, head on over to thedailylove.com, and in the comments below this video, let me know, how have you been holding yourself back? How have you been pretending to be something that you're not to get approval? And how could you, have that courage to open up? How could you have that courage to show your true authentic self? And what would you do differently? Who would you say no to? Who would you say yes to? And then also, if you've had success in this area, we want to hear from you. How have you changed your life, and what strategies could other people in the Daily Love community benefit from your life-changing strategies? Because I know that many of you are personal growth veterans. Some of you have just been coming here for the first time. Either way, if you need support, hop on over to the comments and we'll hook you up. If you've been through this, let us know how you had the success, because we're all learning and growing each and every day. And most importantly, and as always here at Daily Love TV, remember to find courage, get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you next week.